Starting seeds indoors in January sounds simple until you actually try it. You buy seeds, fill some containers, add water, and wait. Then nothing happens. Or worse, seedlings sprout and die within a week. Weak stems, yellow leaves, damping off. You assume you did something wrong, so next year you try again with different seeds or different soil. Same result. The problem isn't your seeds. It's not bad luck. It's that most seed starting advice skips the details that actually matter. Container depth, light distance, watering timing. These aren't minor variables. They're the difference between seedlings that thrive and seedlings that collapse. If you watch the January crops video, you know which plants need to be started now. Onions, leeks, tomatoes, peppers, eggplant. These crops require 8 to 10 weeks of indoor growth before they can handle outdoor conditions. That means January is not early. January is the deadline. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to start those seeds. Not theory, not general guidelines. The actual setup that works. Containers, depth versus width. When someone says use 4-inch pots, they usually mean width. A 4-inch pot is 4 inches across the top, but depth matters just as much. Most nursery pots are roughly as deep as they are wide. A 4-inch wide pot is usually 3.5 to 4 inches deep. That works fine for most seedlings in their first few weeks. But here's what most people miss. Different crops have different root structures. Onions and leeks grow long, thin roots. They need depth more than width. Tomatoes and peppers develop broader root systems. They need width. For January seed starting, here's what actually works. For onions and leeks, start in seed trays 2 to 3 inches deep. Once they develop their second true leaf, transplant them into deeper trays with 2-inch spacing between each seedling. For tomatoes, peppers, and eggplant, start in small cells or pots, 2 to 3 inches deep. Once they develop true leaves, transplant into 4-inch pots. When they outgrow those, move them into 6-inch or 1-gallon pots if you have space. The key principle: start small, transplant up. Don't put tiny seeds into huge pots. They'll sit in too much moisture and rot. Every container needs drainage holes. If water can't escape, roots drown. If you're using recycled containers, drill holes in the bottom. Depth summary: 2 to 3 inches for germination, 4 inches for early growth, 6 inches or larger for final indoor stage before transplanting outside. Soil: what seedlings actually need. Seedlings don't need fertilizer, they need texture. Commercial seed starting mix is designed to be light and sterile. Light means roots can penetrate easily. Sterile means no disease organisms that kill seedlings before they establish. Garden soil doesn't work for seed starting. It's too dense. Seeds can't push through it. And garden soil often contains pathogens that cause damping off, the fungal disease that kills seedlings overnight. You can buy seed starting mix, or you can make your own. The basic recipe is simple. 1 part peat moss or coco coir, 1 part perlite or vermiculite, 1 part compost if well-aged and clean. Here's what to avoid. Heavy potting soil labeled for houseplants. Miracle Grow moisture control mixes with water-holding crystals. Pure compost or pure coco coir. If you're buying pre-made seed starting mix, look for something that feels light when you squeeze it. It should spring back, not clump into a solid ball. Don't pack the soil down. Fill loosely. Gently firm it with your fingers so there aren't air pockets, but don't compress it. Seedlings need oxygen at the root level. Fill containers to about 1/2 inch below the rim. This prevents water from washing seeds out when you water from the top. Planting depth, the rule most people break. The general rule is plant seeds 2 to 3 times as deep as the seed is wide. Tiny seeds like lettuce, onions, and celery get barely covered. A light dusting of soil on top. Medium seeds like tomatoes and peppers go about 1/4 inch deep. Larger seeds like beans or peas go 1/2 inch to 1 inch deep. After planting, press the soil down gently. Seeds need contact with soil to absorb moisture. If there's an air gap, they won't germinate. Then water carefully. Don't pour water directly onto the seeds. Use a spray bottle or water from the bottom by setting the tray in a shallow pan of water. Once seeds are planted and watered, Cover the tray with a humidity dome or plastic wrap. As soon as you see green, remove the cover immediately. Leaving it on too long invites mold and damping off. Light, where most indoor starts fail. Seedlings need strong light, not just any light. Strong, direct light. A sunny windowsill sounds perfect. In reality, it usually isn't enough. What happens instead? Seedlings stretch toward the light, growing tall and thin. This is called etiolation. Weak stems that can't support themselves. If you're serious about starting seeds indoors, you need grow lights. You don't need expensive full-spectrum LEDs. Standard shop lights with cool white or daylight bulbs work fine. How close should lights be? This is critical. Lights should be 2 to 4 inches above the seedlings, not 12 inches, not 6 inches. 2 to 4 inches. As seedlings grow, raise the lights to maintain that distance. If seedlings stretch and lean, the lights are too far away. Lights should stay on 14 to 16 hours per day. Use a timer. Seedlings need a dark period to rest. Leaving lights on 24/7 doesn't help. It stresses plants. Temperature, the variable people ignore. Seeds germinate at different temperatures. Tomatoes, peppers, and eggplant germinate best at 70 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. If your house is cold, germination will be slow or inconsistent. Onions and leeks germinate at cooler temperatures, 60 to 70 degrees. If your house is cold, use a seedling heat mat. These go under your trays and provide gentle bottom heat. Turn them off once seeds germinate. Watering, the part that kills more seedlings than anything else. Overwatering is the #1 killer of indoor seedlings. Not underwatering. Overwatering. Soil should be moist, not wet. If you squeeze a handful and water drips out, it's too wet. If it clumps together but doesn't drip, that's right. Water when the top of the soil starts to dry out. Stick your finger in. If it feels dry half an inch down, water. If it still feels moist, wait. Bottom watering is the safest method. Set trays in a shallow pan of water for 10 to 15 minutes. Let soil absorb what it needs. Remove the tray and let excess drain out. If you water from the top, use a spray bottle. Don't pour water directly onto fragile seedlings. Cold water shocks roots. Use room temperature water. What to do after seedlings sprout? Once seedlings develop their first true leaves, not the initial seed leaves, but the second set, they need nutrients. Use a diluted liquid fertilizer at quarter strength once per week. Fish emulsion, compost tea, or any balanced organic fertilizer works. Don't overfeed. Weak feeding builds strong roots. Strong feeding builds weak stems. Hardening off, the step people skip. You can't take seedlings from indoor conditions and plant them directly outside. They'll die. Hardening off is the process of gradually exposing seedlings to outdoor conditions. Start 7 to 10 days before your transplant date. Place seedlings outside in a shaded, protected spot for 1 hour. Bring them back in. Next day, 2 hours. Gradually increase time and sun exposure over a week. By day 7, they should be outside all day and all night if temperatures allow. Then they're ready to transplant. Skip this step and you'll lose plants. It's not optional, the setup that actually works. Here's the summary. Containers. Start small, transplant up. Use 2 to 3 inches deep for germination. 4 inches for growth. Soil, light, sterile seed starting mix. Not garden soil. Planting depth, 2 to 3 times the seed width. Press gently. Water carefully. Light. Grow lights 2 to 4 inches above seedlings. 14 to 16 hours per day. Temperature 70 to 80 degrees for germination. Slightly cooler after sprouting. Watering, moist, not wet. Bottom watering is safest. Feeding, diluted fertilizer once per week after true leaves appear. Hardening off 7 to 10 days before transplanting. This isn't complicated, it's just specific. And specificity is what makes seeds actually grow instead of dying halfway. If you started the 17th January crops, this is how you keep them alive. If you haven't started yet, you still have time. But the setup matters more than the timing. Stop guessing. Start seeds the way that actually works.